Hello, everybody. What's up? It's your girl, Jashana. So, I was on here earlier tonight and I kind of want to touch up on something. So, I just got that from seeing this awesome new Spider Man movie. It was like, I can't talk about it. I don't want to spoil it if you haven't seen it, but it was really one of the best movies I ever seen. So, I want to talk about how I was programmed to believe that people can pretty much touch me or grope me, and that because I'm pretty or attractive, that's okay. And that it didn't kill me, that it didn't hurt me, it wasn't rape, so it was okay because you should expect this because you're an attractive person. See, I was molested starting at 11, so throughout middle school and high school. At 16, I let the touching, I told this touching, I had this in that. Um, but the conversations and advantages that was made towards me by the man, still continued really until I told my mother at 19. So that would have been only 2 years from now. So even to this day, I have a hard time saying no and being stern and don't touch me, leave me alone. Those are words that are hard to say because you're like, it's easier to do that when someone put their arm around you. To do that, it's easier to just hope that they know that you don't want them to touch you, or just make a face of that you're uncomfortable. And some people will stop, but some people won't stop from those type of gestures, and they will continue to do it, or they'll put their hands on you. Or and I get that you are affectionate, but you don't know me, we're strangers, we're not together. And really, it shouldn't even matter if you are together, because that doesn't, you're not married. I'm not, I don't have a right, you don't have a right to just make advantages and touches to me. If it makes me uncomfortable, no means no. So that's just a rule of thumb. But the thing is, I believe in asking. Even as a female, I don't want to just touch a guy. I would rather ask him, especially if we are just meeting, if I can touch you. I don't assume that I can touch you because I'm a woman. I don't assume that you're going to be comfortable with that. Now, if I'm in a relationship with someone and I know that they're comfortable with that, I've had someone tell me, look, love, you don't have to ask. I'm always going to be okay with it. And I'm like, okay, I just want to make sure. Because, and the reason why I'm so careful with people is because I don't care what gender you are or how old you are. It matters that you're comfortable. And you see, I go on some dates sometimes, and I have people who would ask if they can touch me, and I have some who don't. Sometimes the ones who don't, it's not that bad, or it might have been just a hand touch or something like that. But sometimes they go for the butt. Sometimes, you never know what someone will do, and it's just it's the rule of thumb is to ask. So back to the program part. I was on a date tonight, and I was meeting up with someone, and you know, I don't see any malice intentions or harm with that person. Not at all. Um, they were gentlemen, respectful, considerate of my feelings and how comfortable I am around them. But I will say that rule of thumb is to ask before you even touch me, not after. Not, hey, did you get uncomfortable by something that I did tonight? It's just better to ask, can I touch you? Can I hold you? Can I put my hand around you? Can I kiss you? Can I hold hands with you? These things are just more important to cross off first, especially if it's our first date, or we're not in a relationship together. So my point is, even though a couple things made me uncomfortable, I noticed the night that I told them that it was okay, and they were like, it's not okay. And it's just like, for some reason, when this has been happening to you for a long time, of I was told at a young age that I'm beautiful, I'm attractive, I'm sexy. I need to get used to guys hitting on me. I need to get used to guys making passes and saying sexual things to me because I should expect these things. I was taught that at an early age, and by the guy who was a pedophile who was molesting me, I was taught that by an early age, and that way, when things like that happen, I understand why you did it. Just because I understand why someone touched me or they wanted to doesn't make it right. But in my mind, I think that it does justify it, because I'm like, well, I understand why you wanted to do that, and maybe your intentions weren't to harm me, and I'll excuse someone's behavior, even though it did make me uncomfortable. I don't hate you for it, but it's just for some reason I still, as an adult, sometimes just excuse things like that. So it's hard because, like, and it's different when it's like it's a child or someone else. It's easier for me to stand up and be like stern about, don't touch her, she's not interested, she has a boyfriend, he doesn't like that, I don't think he likes that, you should not touch him, it doesn't matter that you're a girl. I can speak up for other people, but when it comes to me, sometimes it's harder to say you shouldn't have done that or stop, because I don't know. It's just like I said, I'm programmed. Things like that got into me at an early age. I'm taught that being a beautiful woman, you should expect these things, and these things are okay. And for an adult to tell a kid that, they start believing it. They start excusing it, even when they know that it's wrong or it doesn't feel right. And it's just, you know, when we're young, especially if it's your parents who are programming these things into you, or an adult member or family member, you start believing it. Especially if it's someone you look up to, you know, you start believing it. And just if you see that going on, if you see that someone's telling a kid or somebody that something's okay when you know clearly it's not, you should say something and stop it. I was confiding into an adult who's like a mother age to me at a job that I work at. Me and her are both managers. Another manager or another employee likes to get really comfortable and touchy, and I don't like it. I don't want it. I don't like it. And I make signs that I don't. And quite frankly, I just told her, you know what? I don't have to be at this store too much longer. Training's going to get over soon, and then I won't have to deal with this anymore. And that's why I didn't report it or go any further with it. But I told her, yeah, I did this, and she told me, she said, honey, you shouldn't be uncomfortable at work. You shouldn't be uncomfortable. That's not okay. It doesn't matter if it didn't physically hurt you. That's not okay. So, being an attractive woman, you know, or even if you're not attractive in your standards or you don't think you're attractive, it doesn't matter. You still have to be comfortable when you're around people. You can't let people make you uncomfortable. It don't matter how you view yourself. If you don't like it, you do not like it. You have that voice. You have to say something. Or if you feel like you don't have a voice, because sometimes I don't, I'm an adult. I'm scared sometimes. People don't understand that. Sometimes I don't feel like I can say, stop, leave me alone, because I spent my life not saying it. And it was so weird because if it was some little boy or some boy my age, I could easily say, I don't like that, leave me alone, move. But when it comes to an adult or someone older than me or something like that, it feels like it's wrong, you know? And you might say, how you might say, you're an adult, why you feel that way? I'm programmed. I'm taught that it's nothing. It's okay. You should expect this. There's because I'm a woman and I'm a fairly attractive woman. There was things that I was taught by this person in my life that it's normal. The way I carry myself or the way I view men or relationships or when I want something, a lot of things I was taught by this person, and it's just things still bother me to this day. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's important to be with someone who will respect boundaries, who will ask for permission, who will take things slow if that's what I want. It depends on how comfortable, it depends on how much feelings I have for you. I'm more touchy the more feelings I have involved with you. The things that I want to do is about being comfortable, being respected, and loving someone. And it's just, you know, not everybody I meet wants to respect those boundaries. And it's really sad out here because worse things have happened to people. These are just touches and advantages that has happened to me. But that doesn't mean that it has no trauma. It doesn't mean that it doesn't bother me. It doesn't mean that just because I'm adult that I feel like I have power all the time. Sometimes I hush up. Sometimes I'm too scared to speak. Or I think that it's okay that this happens to me. It's okay that I don't feel comfortable. It's okay that it wasn't rape. It's okay that you're an adult now, that you can't be uncomfortable by another adult. You're not a kid anymore. None of these things matter. You know what I'm saying? And it's just we need to all respect each other. We need to all feel comfortable. It doesn't matter what gender, what age you are. It doesn't matter what race you are. It does not matter. Speak up. If you see somebody's uncomfortable and they're scared to stand up for themselves, then you morally should do that. To morally suggestive to stand up for that person, because sometimes, honestly, I'm hoping that someone sees something at those weak moments that I can't say nothing, that someone will stand up for me, even if it's a complete stranger. To this day, I'm like that. Anytime I'm walking somewhere and I feel like someone's getting too close to me or trying to pinpoint me or get too close to me, I start automatically looking for eye contact with people because I don't say stay away from me. I don't be aggressive to that person, but I'm hoping somebody is watching. I'm hoping that you are watching, that this person doesn't assault me or hurt me or try to kidnap me. I'm hoping that you're paying attention. My eyes are always open. When I go out places, I don't really talk to people because you never know when the kid or somebody is going to be getting hurt or touched, and you need to be the hero. A lot of people say mind your business, but that's something that I don't ignore. I would put my life in danger to help a kid in danger, or woman, old lady, men. It doesn't matter. Safety is important to me. And I think that's why for a long time I wanted to work in law enforcement until I realized that they're not doing anything about my molestation that happened to me. So yeah. But anyways, I wanted to make this video out to people who have trauma, to know that there are people watching, even if I don't always defend myself. That don't stop me from helping other people. It just doesn't. My instant automatically say, I have to stand up for this person, leave them alone. And when it comes to myself, sometimes I'm really like, please somebody say something to this person. Please somebody protect me. Please see that I'm uncomfortable. And it's not all the time. It's not all the time. But sometimes I just feel like, you know what, they're not doing harm. They're not molesting me. They're not, you know, this 6-year-old man and I'm this 12-year-old girl. It's not that. It's not that. We're the same age. We're in an age range. This is a date. It's okay. You know, I made this decision to see this person. So if they do that and I'm uncomfortable, you know, maybe I'll just not see them again, you know? But it's not okay. I know it's not okay. I knew things aren't okay. It's just sometimes we're scared, you know? So I'm going to leave this at that, and I hope that you speak up. Thank you for watching.